Hey guys, I'm Erin Silver and I have hijacked the podcast today. And I'm going to be interviewing these two guys and I am so excited.
We have no idea what's going on.
No, you have no idea.
I love the idea of being hijacked though. That's fun.
Yeah.
Where's the plane going? Lead us, Erin.
Right.
Let's go.
Oh,
okay.
easy.
Well, my question that I'm going to ask you, this is just for fun. This is warm up, right?
Yep.
If you had a warning label, what would it say?
Ooh.
A warning label, I feel like mine would be something like warning has to have something to do at all times. Like Erin's like, can we just hang around the house? I'm like, no, let's go do something.
Yeah.
So I think mine, like at a spur moment, I could go. I mean, it's probably good that I didn't have like golf and fishing. I didn't have like a fishing boat, and played golf a lot before kids because I think I would just be on the golf course and the lake. So that's probably God protecting our marriage.
It's hilarious
How
because
about
I'm on the boat and at the racetrack all of the time.
I'm not envious.
Yeah, you are.
I think mine would say caution if seemingly or appears to be intense or passionate, may be pressurized. Like meaning like, man, if it looks like I'm on one and you ask the right question, just be ready.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like that would be a decent one for me.
I know. I kind of feel I resonate with that one a little bit. Mine would be, if you bring me a problem, you better be ready for Coach Erin to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So
right?
Evan's like, Erin, I mean, I don't need Coach Erin. I'm like, oh, she's here. She's here.
Like, tell her to go away.
That's where we need like problem solving switch, listener switch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I know,
I think
love
another
it.
warning label for you would be like, if you text me,
Be careful.
I will call.
Oh, yeah. If you text me, I will call.
Yeah, because I felt you need to know like who's the people that talk on the phone nowadays, because I need to know who those people are, so I make sure not to communicate with them.
But here's the thing. There's some things that could be solved in like a 10-second phone call.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
And I'm like, don't text me something that could be solved like at the drop of a hat. It takes so much energy to text on my phone.
You're like, let me just get it off my plate and I can move on to the next thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that really a warning label, or is that like it's a good label? It's like a nutritional fact.
I think it'd be like, it would like live underneath of like the main warning label.
Yes.
Right. Like, hey, this is
red.
what we want to hit you with. And then these are the things that we'd also like you to know.
Yeah.
So are you still phone call or FaceTiming?
Phone call.
Okay. I'm so
You're a FaceTimer.
huge FaceTimer.
I mean, I get that, like seeing people's faces
I need
and how
all
they
the
react.
help I can get with communication. So
Right.
yeah,
I know. I think we can all communicate a little better, you know?
Whew.
Always.
Yeah. I love it. Let's jump into the episode, guys. Okay, so really the purpose of this episode is really for me to interview you guys and for you to tell your audience who you guys are, what do you do, what sets you apart. And it's really hard to do that when it's just you on the screen. So it's easier to ask questions and get to talk about it. So cool?
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So for those that have not heard of the Refine Network, I want each of you guys to describe it in one sentence.
It's a dating app for elderly people.
Okay. All right.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
The Refine Network in one sentence.
Does that count as your one sentence?
No. I would say, I think I would just go with at the top of our website, Salon Growth Made Simple.
I knew I should have went before you. I literally sat here. I was like, just jump in, dude. Just jump in. He took way too long. Today, Junior. No, that's, it's so right. The part that what we're striving to do is take things that are seemingly complicated, complex, and difficult, and distill them down, and help facilitate a path of like what it looks like to complete that, right? So it is living up to our mission and vision statement of making it simple, or as simple as what we can. Yeah.
So
you took what I said.
I'd made it sound better.
Hey, that's good. We're unified.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
good job, guys.
Thanks. We pass.
Yes, you did. So I guess in my mind, and probably the minds of every other salon owner out there, isn't that what all coaching companies do? Right? Or
Do what? Make salon growth simple?
So, I mean, what's so different about the Refined Network that's different than every other coaching company?
I've been in different industries. I think people want to feel valued. And so some of the ways people feel valued, the pride and ego gets in the way. And so they got to be the smartest person in the room. And sometimes them being the smartest person in the room, they make things complex. Where we're like, hey, let's break this down. The win for us is salons to be profitable and for them to grow. So I think that comes down to the real and relatable part, that we're not trying to make things complex. We want to connect with people. So what would you say?
Yeah. So I think it's embodying actually having experience within all roles of the salon. I'm brought to yesterday in having, the filming of a consultation addition to the Artist Academy, right? I haven't had a consultation with a real client in 5 years, right? However, and though the over decade that I spent in that space, the relatability that we have to the team, and because of, both of our backgrounds and the time spent within the salon, the part that I think allows us to make this simple is that we know what the day-to-day is actually like in a salon, right? We know the understanding of the dynamics of a team, right? We know the actual understanding of the dynamics of a team through not only the organization's growth, but those individuals having their life changing, right?
Yep.
What is it like when you have someone on your team transitioning into a different part of their life, right? In many ways, in actually understanding some of those unique dynamics, it brings a better ability to actually know, like, hey, this is why we make it as simple as possible, because we actually know the difficulty on the daily.
Well,
right?
and that was going to be my next thing. You guys both own salons, and we opened our salon together in 2012. And then how long have you guys?
We're right with you guys on that timeline. Yeah.
So, I mean, we've got a lot of experience. We have larger teams compared to most, but what is the stat on small businesses between 2 and 11 employees? So, I mean, it's very small percentage.
Yeah, I think it's like, what do you mean? Like
the stat that basically is like small businesses that have 2 to 11 employees.
I think it's like 650,000.
Well, it's something crazy like that, but both of our teams are larger than that. And so you guys have experience not only in growing teams, but growing profits and growing revenue and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I would say that would probably be, if in my mind, as a salon owner, you guys are in the trenches.
Yeah. Well, and again, I think the piece of it is within the day-to-day that we have, it's going back and forth within our schedules. I mean, there's days that we are wearing so many different hats within the Refined Network, and then we're wearing so many different hats within the salon company as well. And the one thing I think that largely differentiates us is there's not a lot of coaching companies, ironically, within this industry that have that. It's very rare.
Yeah, that's very true, because it's a lot of work.
Well, it took me about a year, because the first year we started, I'm like, why is there not more coaching companies ran by salon owners? And then a year in, I was like, I know why. This is so hard. Like, if it wasn't for you, there's no way I would be able to do this. But there's great coaching companies out there. Like, if a salon's working with a coaching company and they're thriving and their business model, like, that's great. Like, there's no way we could take on every salon in the country. I mean, we met with a coaching company last week and met with the owner, and just super nice guy, and it was just great to connect.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. I mean, that just speaks to who you guys are, is that there's enough salons in the area. There's not like a competition, but
go back to your question of, like, what kind of sets us apart. Like, we're lifelong learners. So I don't think, I know we've never thought like, oh, we've arrived. We have arrived.
Yeah.
Now, the Artist Academy is pretty freaking good, but we all three know that it's already on 2.0. Like, it's only going to get
my Lord.
better. If we ever get in a company where we're like, okay, done, let's move on to the next thing, and we don't come back and revisit it, then we're going to be, there's companies that did not change from 2017 to 2023.
Literally
Right,
same
right.
content.
Why they're like, why is my business not thriving? It's like the world shifted.
Yeah, the
in
entire
2020.
industry changed.
Oh, 100%. So back to what you were saying, or to kind of piggyback off of that, what separates you guys from every other company? Who is your ideal salon that you guys typically work with?
To me, I think being able to see that the ownership team or individual has a servant's heart. I think that's one of the most important things for me. The other great thing has been at this point, we can authentically say that we will not work with everybody, and we will tell them transparently, genuinely that like, hey, we might not be for you, even though it may seem that we have the key. Like, it's not a fit. And being able to know that, right? Like,
and saying it kindly too.
Yeah.
And honestly, one of the salons we did this to, they thanked us.
Yeah.
They're like, y'all could have taken our money, and we're like, yeah, we could have.
Right.
But like, long term, we care more about the person than just the money portion of it.
Yeah, we've been able to already, I think we're both legacy minded, and knowing that, that's another thing that we need to have in common, right? What is it that we're actually doing here? Because it's so much more than just, a brick and mortar that does services, cuts hair, colors hair, adds hair to people, right? It's so much more than that.
No.
And to get it, like, the foundation, we're commission salons that have servant leaders. There's booth rental out there. We would love to find something where you could scale a booth rental salon, but unless you're going to do
like multi-location,
you're just capped off.
Yeah.
So we've worked with salons that are booth rental that want to go into commission because they're like, hey, there's got to be more out there.
Well, most people do rental because it's where they came from and it's what they know, and it is easier in certain ways, but then you still have people, and
it's not built for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Like a strong leader to lead a team in the commission. I remember doing a discovery call years ago with this person in Florida, and she's like, I got a booth rental salon. Heard you can make more money with commission. I'm like, well, yeah, you can if you have it set up right. And she said, is it harder? I was like, yeah, it's harder. I mean, anything worthwhile in life is uphill. That's what John Maxwell says.
Yeah, and I think as well, right? Like, it's having the mentality of what is it that you want to do? How do you want to serve the people? The beautiful thing about our industry is that I think that there's such this beautiful maternal energy of wanting to help others and wanting to fast track others, right?
Yeah.
Even this morning, as we were going around with the team sharing this morning, so many things that you heard in one of the general tones that I heard of people was this idea of like sharing, right? Like, hey, this is a community here. And again, that's what we want to work with. We've had just such a blessing, but really knowing that, what are your core values? What do you want to do? What is the legacy you're trying to create? What is it that you want to do for your team? I think those are some really, really common areas that we focus into.
Well, ironically, when a company has those things in place, they're usually pretty high-level leaders that know their numbers, that they're lifelong learners. And so that's very much in alignment with what you guys do, for sure.
Yeah, and we have some salons that we're coaching that they're leaders. They know they need to be developed more, just like any leader, but they just don't know the structure and system and what's next. It's like they've got, everybody gets along, everybody comes in, but like, they're like, what's the goals? What's the purpose of the company?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. So when it comes to what you guys do, I know we've kind of briefly went over kind of 30,000 foot view of what we do. You guys have the Artist Academy, which that's like our baby, or at least my baby. But we love the Artist Academy. That's always going to be changing. And then you do a lot of the growth coaching. So that's going to be leadership development. And then you and Tony do a lot of scale.
Yep.
So maybe like if you want to kind of explain what growth coaching is, what does it look like? Why would someone sign up for growth coaching?
So it's very simple. Growth coaching, we meet twice a month, and right now it's $500 a month, which is still, I think we could all agree with that. But being a salon owner, it's very impactful to have someone that you can reach out to that's holding you accountable. So that's what it is. It's 2 calls. It's that hour every other week, and we're just spending time during that call. And I'm not doing anything behind the scenes. Now, I'm taking phone calls or whatnot if something happens. The main thing is like, I want to know your personal, your professional, your financial goals. And I want to help you hit those goals. So I have a salon right now. It's a smaller salon. They have a dollar amount they want to hit by the end of 2026. They have certain reviews that they want to hit and maintain a certain star. And they want to hire, I can't remember, X amount of people. Those are 3 goals by the end of 2026. Then one of her professional goals is she wants to get a new house. She already got a new house. So we're able to mark that off.
Yeah.
So it's great to have that win. So that it's really, you can navigate it to wherever they want to go.
Well, I love that though, but it's definitely about leadership development. It's about the accountability piece to their goals, their personal, professional, financial goals. Chaos lives in salon sometimes.
Yeah.
And, it's really hard to kind of like, get through the muck and the fog and all the things and see what your actual goals are if you don't have somebody.
And it's good to have somebody from the outside say, hey, am I crazy? This is the text I got. This is what's going on. To have somebody from the outside say, all right, I think you might have read into that a little differently than how I read into it.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have that.
Just like a different voice.
Yeah. We've had coaches in the past where before I came on full time, you would talk about something. I'm like, call the coach. That's what we pay them for.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. No, I love that. And I definitely think that growth coaching, if you are new to the Refine Network, that's really a great place to start, because if you want to grow and scale your company, but your leadership is not there, it takes a lot of leadership to grow your company and to scale it in the way, because you have to become a different leader in order to grow it financially, which is really what you and Tony do.
Yeah.
So maybe share a little bit about scale.
Yeah. So scale and what it has evolved into is a in-depth, very, very intimate experience of diving through, looking at, okay, what is your business and where is it at, right? When was it founded? What have you done with it? How do you exist in the community? Where do you exist in the community? All these points that are really important to understanding your brand, right? After we have a good understanding of that, we look at, okay, what are we trying to do for your team? We look at cost of living, we get some of that data set, and then we dive right back into the back end of the business and do a deep analysis of like, okay, for this thing to function, and then set, like, this is your current budget. What are the things that you're not able to do right now? We build it into your budget, right? Are you profitable? If not, we have a profit piece that's specific for it. Are there things you want to be doing benefit-wise? We add that into the budget. And what it's able to do is, based upon current team, projected team, total hours, all these variables, we're able to come down to what do we need to be making per service hour, right? And then we use that for building all of the service pricing. As complex as the service gets, as many back bar and COGS variables. It's funny, this morning, Evan and I were in the gym at the Y, and I heard this gentleman, he had this like group of 3 guys, and they were very not, the way that they were using a machine, I was like, y'all are wasting so much damn time.
Oh, they were just chatting it up.
But this man was, it's like he just got into his like first accounting class, and he's trying to explain to his friends what COGS are, right? And if you're not aware of that, it's cost of goods sold. And it's one of the areas that we see salon companies just bleeding money, right? So we go through in service by service, as bespoke to the thing is that your team is using. We add that in to make sure that those things are all taken care of. We then make sure that not only does the service hit what that compensation goal is, because as we all know, like one of the reasons that people leave teams are there's this narrative that they have in their mind that they can do it better and make more money elsewhere. And when you run the math to it, no matter which way you reverse engineer it, that's just not true, right? But by looking at that cost of living piece and then making sure that the scale balances with what the business needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're able to get an owner into a place that you're actually thriving because you understand the things that are going on. And I think the part that is so interesting about these two of our core, one-on-one coaching offerings are, I see people all the time going back and forth. If they begin here, they're now at a leadership ability to scale their company and maybe grow it into a space that now it's like, oh my gosh, before it was just me and I knew how to provide for myself, or I had a small team. Now I have 15, 20 people and we're not at where we're at. So like we see clients moving back and forth all the time. On my side of it, it may be a legacy brand that's been handed off to a few people. And it's like, oh gosh, you haven't had the opportunity to have the leadership development. This thing is ready to roll and it's primed, right? We have this thing set to make money. Now that you're at that place, you're moving from maybe 15 employees to 20 to 25 employees, whatever that may look like. Now you need to upgrade your leadership ability. So, it's an interesting thing that like, if they start here, there's a path that they will come to get into my area of it, my and Tony's area of it. And if working with us and the company takes off, you then have to re-equip your leadership. So it's kind of there's osmosis that goes to it, I feel.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think the big thing that you and Tony do is you really help people simplify as complex as it is.
Yeah.
You help them simplify their pricing and help them to truly, it's more like education.
Yeah.
You kind of help them understand what costs go into every single service.
Where else are you going to learn that?
Yeah. Well, and to your point, to speak of the experience and make it very clear, it's called the Refined Network for a reason, right? We are going in and as the learner, as the person that we are coaching, you're making the calls. You're a part of all of these pieces. So at the end of it, it's not like, oh, I paid the Refined Network and they gave me this cookie cutter solution and here we go, came with a bow, right? No, you understand the back end of it. And I'll tell you, the beautiful thing is, we're working with a lot of legacy salons right now. A lot of we're in such a beautiful time to be restructuring businesses right now. When the world is wild, that's the best time to retool, right? And, when we're working with these legacy brands and watching some of these people that Erin have been in the industry maybe twice as long as what anyone here has, they're operating out of the old ways of the industry. And when you have these light bulb moments, and it's really interesting because they're like, wow, if we'd have done this 5 years ago, if we'd have done this 10 years ago, where would we be at? And that's a crazy thought to have. But the great thing is, though, the lives that it's changing from this point forward and for your team, the income is incredible.
It's quite crazy how everything works together. And I think about stylist retention in each of these companies. You see it because history has repeated itself over and over and over again. It's never been changed. It's never, been disrupted or whatever. And so when you teach and you equip these owners with leadership and with how to scale their business, they're able to stay ahead of the game with their stylist. And that's exciting for them.
Oh, yeah.
It's so exciting because if you're not equipping yourself with how to grow someone to the next level, that's going to force them to do that themselves. And why would they need you or your company?
Right.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this evolution and this, what is the right word? It's just, as soon as you scale your company, you develop yourself more so that you can scale higher. And that, excites people to, especially if they're high performers.
There's this quote, I think it goes something on the idea of like a rising tide lifts all ships. And, the interesting thing that we see happening is when we jump into a community and it's like, they're like every one of our competitors is at this specific price threshold, and they're all having these problems with retention and all these issues. When we jump in there, we're like, hey, like if we agree to servant leadership and great service, this will all be fine. Because here's the thing, like service today, people being like taken care of today is only becoming more rare. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like when we have that mindfulness to it, and we know that within the hair and beauty industry, it's so rare that you actually get to do and work as one-on-one as what we do.
Yeah.
That the magic of that's never going to go away, but a rising tide lifts all ships.
No, I love that. I love that. So we're going to wrap up, and I'm going to ask both of you one question. And I want to know, actually, I have two questions, if that's okay.
Oh, I'll go bonus. We're good.
Okay. So if you have a salon owner listening right now, what is the first thing, like one thing that you guys offer that they have got to get?
Oh,
well,
like where to start?
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to cookie cutter this because obviously people have different needs.
Oh, I have a great answer.
Go ahead. Knock her out.
I'd first say our app. Grab our app.
Okay.
That's the
it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
That's the gateway to everything. All of our podcasts, we have resources there, community that we're building out. And then, within that, you're going to know when these type of episodes are coming out. I think the biggest thing that you can do as a leader today is hack time. I've seen all three of us. One of the things that we're all into is, hey, while I'm doing a task, I'm going to be consuming some sort of content that's going to be helping me sharpen the saw, right? And our app is a really, really great way. And the more things that you do with us, the more things that you can do through the app. So, I mean, it is the gateway to a lot of things at our Refined Network.
Since he said the app, I would say...
Was that the best answer, though?
No, this one is the Salon Leaders Retreat.
Oh, we didn't even talk about our retreats.
I know. So the Salon Leaders Retreat, just a quick rundown. 2023, I had this idea. I was coaching independently, and I was like, man, if I could just get everybody in the same room that I coach, like I coach just brilliant salon owners, magic would happen. So I was like, but what if nobody comes? That would be a failure. And I'm not afraid of failure, but like it would hurt my ego. Right. And I'd send out text messages and they were like, yes, 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 yes. I was like, oh crap. So I think we had like 25 people, 30 people in the room for the first one. And it's was it right after we started the Refined Network? I think so.
I think you had I
did one solo and then.
Yeah, I think so.
So it was something that we're going to do different every year. Well, it just went so well. I was like, we should do another one. Well, let's just do the same content. And like we switched up. So now that has become basically like just a retreat to serve salon owners. Like you'll find out what Refined does, but what we do is we give out resources. I can't stand going to places and hearing somebody talk and like you don't get any resources. Like I'm just like,
they like gatekeep.
Yeah, they gatekeep. So like it's well worth the money. And once you come to the Leaders Retreat, you get access to the Refine Retreat, which is a yearly retreat, like a conference that we're going to change out speakers. We're going to change out content because we wanted to create something where salon owners can bring their leaders, can bring their team to, and they know it's going to be real, relatable content that they can bring their team. So that's what I would say.
I'll give it to you on that one.
An app, real? No, I'm kidding.
The Leaders Retreat, though, it is. I mean, the goal is that we equip you, and you can take the ideas, the concepts, the methods, the methodology that we talk about there, and you could implement them. Right now, if you want support and you want to do that with humans, the Leaders Retreat truly is. We hit on everything that is our current offering.
Just go refinednetwork.com/retreat. Watch the 2 videos on there. It's like I've gotten emotional and cried at everyone, right?
Yeah. Basically.
At the first one, I laid in the floor and cried and she was like, what's going on? I was like, it went better than I imagined. Like it is just, and I'm not going to cry now, but, but it's not, here's the thing. It's nothing that we do. It's the people that come and
Truly.
just seeing the breakthroughs, just positioning ourselves as the guide and not the hero. The people that are attending are the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love that.
So I think that's another thing that sets us apart is like, we're not trying to position ourselves as the hero.
Yeah.
We're the guides. And if we don't have the answer, we'll figure it out. We're not trying to act like we have it all together because surely you'll find out pretty quickly we don't.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for answering all of our questions, right? Or my questions, at least mine and Chat GPT. But I want to give you guys an opportunity to tell them, where do they find you? How do they schedule? Like, do they schedule a discovery call first? Do they sign up through a newsletter? Like, what do they do if they want to start working with you guys?
So the refinednetwork.com is probably a good start. All social media is the Refined Network. You can find us on Instagram. Like, you can just message us, hello@therefinednetwork.com. Yeah. Email hello@therefinednetwork.com. It's a lot of Refined Network. But on our website, it says have one of our coaches reach out. Just click that. It's a quick form. We'll reach out most likely that same day. So got to make it easy. And if you're a salon owner and you want guests to do business with you, make your forms short. Life hack, business hack. Our extension forms used to be very, very long. We shorten it just to grab their name, email.
It's a little bit longer now. It's a hybrid. Yeah.
Okay, it's a little bit hybrid. But wow, people are not going to fill out a 30 filled form. You capture their
bonus here at the end. I like
know.
it.
Grab their information and then have your team reach out.
Yeah.
So that's how we built our website. We used to have this long discovery call form, and we're like, look, just put in your name and number. We'll reach out and get everything.
Yeah.
else.
No,
It's
that's
such a hack.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shout out our team. Jess and Ren just went through, they had launched conditional formatting to the form. So like, depending on what type of client, it then goes into the specific questions for it. They crushed it. Our forms were so long in the past. And now, I mean, if you want a simple service with us, simple form. So giving a little bit of bonus here at the end. I like it.
So there you go. You asked the question. We gave you a resource.
No, I love it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.
Take care.